and welcome to Everyday April Day 1. I am back. I don't know how it's going to work this month. I haven't completely decided. I did have a week off annual leave, but so let's go back a couple of steps. I was originally planning to do Everyday April, so I'm just going to get my little handy dandy tripod thingy-ma-do. So let's go back a few steps. So basically I was planning to do Everyday April, and I was going to spend the week of annual leave that I've got off before the beginning of April basically doing a bunch of videos, filming a bunch, and then having them edited and ready to go for the days that I'm in work on Everyday April and I obviously can't film. But unfortunately I'm filming this just before the beginning of April, so I have stuff ready to go, and unfortunately a week ago at the weekend I was on nights and I got a phone call off my mum to say that Blackie was very unwell. She'd basically, my mum had come out, and our stairs has like a couple of steps down onto a platform and then stairs all the way down to tiles, and my mum could hear meowing, which isn't unusual for the cat. It sounded like how she normally is, but she was like meowing and meowing, so my mum thought she wanted to be fed. It was like the middle of the night, like 1-2 o'clock, so she got up to give her some biscuits to tide her over till the night, and she noticed she was like tucked into one of the stairs, like at the bottom of a couple of them, and so my mum like picked her up and moved her to basically stop anyone tripping over if they've walked, because she's completely black. If you didn't switch the light on when you were going down the stairs or whatever, you would fall over her because she just blends in. And so she basically picked her up to move her. When she picked her up, she started like whimpering, and when she put her back down she couldn't stand up and she was like scampering around, basically trying to drag herself around, and was like quite distressed. So she phoned me and I was in work, and obviously I got very upset because she's like 18-19. I got her pretty much not long after we moved down to like the Wirral, Liverpool area, after my parents' divorce. So she saw me through my parents' divorce, she saw me through losing my best friend, which was the first death I'd ever encountered. Like, she saw me going through like GCSEs, A-levels, getting through uni, getting my first job, like having bad shifts. She was there to, like, if I had a bad shift in work, she'd come and give me like all cuddles and everything. So she saw me through a lot. So she was obviously a very special member of the family. So it was Saturday in the middle of the night and we had to take her to the emergency vet. Unfortunately we were too short staffed and I couldn't leave work to go and be with her, which I was absolutely gutted. I was heartbroken about. So my mum took her to the emergency vet with her partner who kindly left work, and turns out they originally were saying they gave her some painkillers so that she was like calm and wasn't in pain and stuff, and basically said that she's got a blood clot on her spine, or what they thought was a blood clot on her spine. But they would do x-rays, which, as you can imagine, out of house vets at that time in the morning was lovely and cheap. So yeah, they did x-rays just to confirm it, and they said they're 90% sure she's got a blood clot on her spine. So they were going to give her blood thinners and see how she went. So they gave her some heparin, which is a blood thinner, and loads of painkillers and loads of fluids to keep her like as stable as they could. And then the next day we were waiting for an update, and we got a phone call off the out of hours vet like hospital, and they said they've done assessments on her that morning. This was the Sunday I think, or Saturday, I can't remember. Saturday I think it was. But they've done assessments on it, and basically as a result this blood clot they thought had dissolved with the blood thinners, because they gave her quite a lot, and it dissolved also that she was getting like blood flow back into her back legs and everything, but she had impaired function of them. She couldn't walk on them. She was like having impaired like pain sensation, so she wasn't withdrawing from pain, and like, so like if she stepped on something hot she wouldn't withdraw off it, which is a risk to her. And like, she couldn't walk or anything like that. She had bladder and bowel functions, but she just wasn't very well. And they basically said there was nothing they could do. The only other thing they could do that they'd recommend for a younger cat would be to refer on to a neurologist and have an MRI of the spine. But they even said then, after you've done all that, which could cost thousands and that, like she said an MRI is like £3,000 at the weekend, because it'd have to be done as like an urgent thing. She said that even if we did that, it might end up showing that there's nothing we can do. There's no like treatable thing there. So she basically had irreparable damage to her spinal cord, and they basically said the kindest thing to do would be to put her to sleep. So because of all that, it's been a bit of a shit show of a week. I'm just about getting, we're now Friday, and I'm just about getting to the point now where I can talk about it without welling up and getting all upset and things. So yeah, there will be no Blackie from now on in my vlogs. But as I said with my vlogs, after Star had passed away, and ironically it's a year, it's the same month, it was March last year that Star passed away, because I believe it was in my Everyday April vlogs that I mentioned it. But I am just glad that I started vlogging when I did, and that I've got footage of her, like actual vlog footage of her, and I've got pictures on my phone, and I've got live photos where you can hear her meowing and things. So I'm just glad I've got all that footage to like look back on and remember her. So we're currently waiting. We sent her off like we did with the dog. She's going to be cremated because she is like our first pet, and we're gonna put her in like a little really nice wooden box with a plaque with her name on it, and then we've got like a special picture frame and everything to put a picture in, and they're gonna go on our fireplace like Star's one did. So yeah, but I thought I'd just get that quickly out of the way. Well, not quickly, it's like 7 minutes, but I thought I'd get that out of the way in the vlog straight away. But today is, it's like the very end of March, but I like to get a head start on Everyday April because your girl's busy. So I am in my pyjamas. I've just done a meal plan for the next like week, because I go back on nights next week, which what I might do, thinking about it, but what I might do is film, like I have a couple of hours in the day when I'm not sleeping and when I'm on nights, so I might film what I'm doing on them days and like show you what I do, like my on night routine, and I might film them and just show you guys, and then film some more sit downs, because I've got a couple of sit down videos that I need to edit, but with everything going on I haven't had time to edit them, so I might do that and try and get some videos edited for when I'm on nights as well. But yeah, so I've just done a meal plan for next week, and then a shopping list, because I'm going to go shopping with my little brother. I'm going to go to Costco, Aldi and Sainsbury's. I got my nails done last night because I've got about a week left of annual leave, and I don't know if it's going to show. Is it going to show? There you go, let me block my face. So I got them done yesterday at like a press event, and they're okay, but I'm not gonna lie, they're not great. Like there's a couple of places which really bugs me because I've got a bit of OCD, like on the sides of my nail, like where you can see, I don't know if it's gonna show, but like there's gaps, and like a couple of them, like this nail, it's got like quite a clear section that's been missed out of the side of my nail, which it's like the size that I can't see if I look straight down bar my thumb, but it just bothers me. It just kind of felt a bit rushed when I was getting my nails done. Like granted it was a free thing, but you should still do an okay job at least. It just felt kind of rushed, and like, yeah. So yeah, I ended up getting shellac done yesterday, so I've got that. So I've at least got painted nails for a week and I don't have to worry about chipping. And I got to see the film Legally Blonde in the Everyman cinema. If I'd thought ahead, I would have taken my vlog camera and I could have vlogged everything, but I forgot. Typical me. I forgot that every day April was coming up. So I'm just going to throw on some gym gear because I'm having pretty much a homey day, because I'm going to do all this. I've got some blog posts to write, some pictures. I could do the pictures today or Sunday. And then I've got like washing to do, and I want to make a batch of my soup in my soup maker ready for next week. And yeah, so I've just got a homey day basically. But tomorrow I've got an exciting day because me and my mum are going out for like a little Mother's Day thing at Selfridges. They're doing like a Mother's Day event, and then the girls at Armani and Kate have invited me down for their Mother's Day masterclass that they're doing as well. So we'll be going bright and early. We'll leave the house at 8:45 in the morning on a Saturday. So I want to have like a nice early night, and yeah.